Hey, welcome back to Rick's Reviews. I'm your host, Movie Real Rick. And this week, I wanted to change things up a bit. So instead of talking about a new movie premiere, I want to talk about the season premieres of a few of my favorite long-time running shows, SNL, The Simpsons, South Park, and Family Guy. Now I know what you're probably thinking. These shows are all old and outdated. They're not as funny as they used to be. Or maybe you're just too old and sophisticated for these lowbrow shows. Well, coming up, I'm going to tell you exactly why you should be watching these shows. So this year marks the 45th season of SNL, which premiered last Saturday with host Woody Harrelson and musical guest Billie Eilish, America's latest jailbait pop star. So keep your mind out of the gutter, guys. She's only 17. There were a few changes in the SNL lineup this year. While Leslie Jones bowed out to pursue other interests, the show welcomed two new cast members. Bowen Yang, the show's first ever Asian cast member, and Chloe Fineman. They're a little late to the game finally hiring an Asian comedian, which its competitor Mad TV did all the way back in 2001 with the hilarious Bobby Lee. But better late than never. No surprise, this episode was very entertaining. Billy's performance was really cool, and of course, Woody Harrelson is hilarious. He's been in the game forever, and for a change, the monologue was actually pretty funny. Although, I was a little disappointed that there weren't any Zombieland sketches, which I'm assuming is why he was hosting in the first place to promote Zombieland 2, which comes out on October 18th. Side note, look for a review on that the following week. But yeah, he didn't even really mention the movie at all, which I thought was pretty weird. I was also secretly hoping that my celebrity crush Emma Stone would make a cameo, but no such luck. But even without my Hollywood fantasy girl, this show was still very funny, had a good variety of sketches, and it actually had a few other celebrity cameos. The night after SNL, the 31st season of my all-time favorite show, The Simpsons, premiered on Fox. Now this show has definitely had its ups and downs. And I generally agree that this show went through a very rough patch for a long time. But last year's 30th season was surprisingly hilarious and comically addressed a lot of modern social issues, ranging from healthcare to female empowerment, the decline of former American corporate giants, tech companies stealing your data, and endless political satire. Now this dramatic increase in writing quality and hilarity carried right over into the 31st season, which finds Homer and Bart going viral on YouTube and then hiring a hipster to monetize their future antics. The season premiere also metaphorically addresses the privatization of American prisons, with Springfield Elementary outsourcing detention to a private company. And subsequently, good students are tossed into detention for minor, frivolous infractions so this private company can turn a profit. This episode is full of literal LOL moments as it pokes fun at hipsters, viral videos, vlogger culture, and effectively parodies Making a Murderer, The Breakfast Club, and even Saving Private Ryan if you're quick enough to catch it. Family Guy also lived up to expectations for its 18th season premiere, with its usual crude humor, bad stereotypes, and endless pop culture references. The episode finds Peter's job on the chopping block at the brewery as they announce they must lay off one worker due to downsizing. They make a ballsy joke about how the internet will really only let companies fire white males these days, causing Peter to get all stressed out and do even more ridiculous things than usual. In order to unwind, Peter decides to take a cruise with his family and friends. And needless to say, plenty of hijinks and misadventures follow. The episode parodies The Bachelor, The Poseidon Adventure, and, ironically, the exact same scene of Saving Private Ryan that The Simpsons did. Lastly, South Park kicked off its 23rd season with a very disappointing premiere. The episode picks up right where season 22 left off, with Randy Marsh running Tegrity Farms, his large-scale legal marijuana operation. But the episode quickly takes a very dark turn, focusing on the evils of ICE, showing them barging into people's houses with virtually no cause, tossing them in detention centers, and then separating parents from screaming children. Now, usually, I really enjoy it when South Park does these over-the-top analogies, like when they had the TSA forcing people to wear seatbelts while sitting on their toilets at home. Now, don't get me wrong. I realize that immigration is a hot button issue right now, and it's certainly an important one. My father is an immigrant, so it is definitely important to me too. But I watch South Park to get away from reality, not double down on it. And the way they addressed this issue was not funny or entertaining whatsoever. Despite having been warmed up by some very funny episodes of The Simpsons and Family Guy, I didn't even get a single chuckle out of this episode, which was mostly just characters screaming at each other. In short, SNL, The Simpsons, and Family Guy all had strong season premieres that are perfect for when you need a good laugh from the comfort of your own home. South Park, on the other hand, was a little heavy for me, so I'm going to go ahead and say skip that first episode, and let's keep our fingers crossed that the other ones are a little lighter and more enjoyable. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my review, please like and subscribe, and comment below on what you thought of these shows and my reviews. And tune in next weekend and every weekend for new reviews on movies and TV shows. Same Rick time, same Rick channel. Thanks for watching Movie Real Rick.